So camping season is getting close, which means I'm trying to dial in my setup for the year that we're going to take with us when we get the fifth wheel out and start taking some of our adventures. Now this solar panel is what we're taking a look at today. This is a 200-watt solar panel. Now this was sent out to me for free by BougeRV in exchange for this review. But I want to go ahead and take a second and go over some of the features on this panel, especially comparing this to the Bluetti solar panel that I've had for a little bit now. And I'm actually pretty impressed with how this one's stacked up, especially when it comes in at a much more budget-friendly price than my Bluetti one did when I purchased it. So if you've never had one of these little panels like this before, this essentially is a fold-up version. What's really cool about this is they offer it in a 100-watt panel or a 200-watt panel. Now this is the 200-watt panel, essentially meaning that the 100-watt will give you 2 panels when you unfold it. The 200-watt is going to be 4 panels when I get it unfolded here on the ground here in just a second. What I really like about these panels, and most brands that I've come across so far have this, is they have some kind of a magnetic catch up here at the top that holds them together. The biggest difference I've come across in some of these panels so far is the weight. So essentially this one weighs right at about 14 pounds, which is almost 4 pounds lighter than the Bluetti one. When it comes to pros and cons, there's a little bit of give and take there. So essentially what that means is this is going to be a lot easier to tote around, and if you had to carry it any kind of distance, it's going to be a lot lighter on your arm. However, what I have found with lighter panels is they don't stay as well in place on the ground when it's somewhat breezy like it is today. So whereas my Bluetti panel is staying in place pretty well out here on the driveway today, this one has moved around a little bit, and that 4 pounds makes all the difference. Now what you're also going to notice on this panel here is every panel's got its own leg. Now on this one here, it's a Velcro style, and it just comes out like so, and then this thing will lay it on the ground like a 45-degree angle. And then right here above it is going to be the pocket where the cables are housed. So that's also really cool, and something that's pretty much standard on a lot of these panels that I've noticed so far. This one here is about 8 foot in length, and then it also comes with an extra cable here. We'll talk about that here in just a second. Now, this panel is an MC4 connection, which is what the standard in the solar panel industry these days. And so you can essentially just plug these in to your little provided cable here, and then on the end of this cable you're going to have an XT60 port, which is going to go to my Bluetti power station that's sitting on the tailgate here. And then you've also got this DC 7909 cable, which is something that I also thought was really cool that they included on this, and we'll also talk about that in this video here in just a second. So let me go ahead and get this panel down on the ground. We'll get this thing unfolded for you real quick. I want to show you what it's capable of and how I plan on using this summer. So when you unfold this, essentially you're going to have the little bag, the storage compartment here off to your left if you're facing the back side of the panel. And that's going to put the legs in the right position when you get this unfolded, so that I can basically pop these legs out and get this to where it'll support itself on the ground. Now once we've got this thing supported, that's all there is to the setup. Obviously you want to make sure this thing's facing the sky in the right manner. So I've got this pointed to the south right now, directly at the sun, to essentially give myself the best efficiency out of this panel that it's capable of giving me. Okay, so now we got this panel all set up, ready to go. There's a couple options that you can do with this thing. Now most of us out there are going to be using the XT60 port, probably going to like a power station, something like that. If you've got something like this little battery here that's also made by BougeRV, it pairs with my BougeRV cooler back here that I've had for about a year now. And what's kind of cool about that is this cooler runs on 12 volt, runs off a 110 outlet like the power in your house, or I can run this off this battery here as well. So it gives me 3 different ways I can actually power that freezer. But for the longest time, if we're say at the beach, we're out on the ball field or somewhere for a long period of time, and we want to be able to run this freezer for a long period without being able to plug into some kind of grid power, once this battery depletes, that's game over. That means we're done with the freezer for the day. So hopefully it's lasted us enough time to get us through whatever event we're at. Now, what's really cool about this is the DC 7909 connection that's on this cable that comes included with the panel. I can now plug that in to this little battery, and this little battery is capable of taking 100 watts of input power into the battery to be able to charge it. But I can also plug in my freezer with the 12 volt here to it as well. And what I've noticed with the testing I've done with this so far is when I plug this in, I can see the 100 watts of input going into the battery, and that will cycle a little bit as it's regulating its own voltage. But I can also output the 50 watts or more if I wanted to plug in like a phone or something like that to this battery and be able to charge that as well. And effectively I can have more power still being put into the battery with this 200 watt solar panel than I'm actually using at the same time. I thought that was a pretty cool deal, and it pairs really nicely with something like this. And essentially this cooler doesn't weigh a ton. You could take this panel with you. You get the 14 pounds that the panel weighs with, the cooler loaded down with whatever it's got in it. If you got one of those little wagons you take with you, it's a breeze to have cold drinks or even frozen food with you for that matter in this cooler, no matter what event it is you guys need to go to. So that's the first option. I thought that was really cool, and I'm really happy that BougeRV gave me a way to be able to power that little cooler longer than the battery was able to do on its own. So let's go ahead and unplug that from the cooler itself. Let's show you how this actually works on my Bluetti here. So essentially we'll swap over to this XT60 port plug that into our solar panel. This thing will ramp up. Now, what's really cool about this is I actually have a very similar model from Bluetti already. It's a 200 watt panel. They look almost identical for the most part. And when comparing these back and forth, the input watts that I was able to get into my Bluetti, basically in the same position I'm standing in here right now, is gonna be in that 165 to 170 range. It's the max I've seen so far. Now, this is the beginning of March. The sun's not ideal just yet, but still, that's not too bad. And when you're comparing this to a much more expensive panel, the fact that it's able to keep up and input the same amount of power into my Bluetti power station is pretty impressive in my opinion. So right now, with this thing plugged in here, we're seeing about 140 watts. Like I said, I've been as high as like 165 is what I've seen off this panel so far. The one con to this panel, and it's not really a panel con as much as it is just compatibility, is my Bluetti does come with a cable that I'm able to plug in 2 solar panels into one cable and effectively feed this thing with double the watts essentially. So I did try doing that with my Bluetti panels to see if I could get this thing effectively up to like 400 watts or close to it. And what I quickly learned and realized when I did my research was if the panels are not closely enough matched in terms of specs, then the panels will not basically mate together when they go into the cable, and it won't let you take advantage of the full input power between those 2 panels. Honestly, if you're going to be running 2 panels in this situation, like I've got my Bluetti here, it would be best for me to buy a second panel that matches the BougeRV or one that matches the Bluetti, just depending on what I wanted to go with. And then at that point in time, I could see that 200-300 watts of input power as high as maybe even 350, 360 on like a perfect conditions type day into this unit. And what's really cool about what I just said here was the fact that if you do pick up 2 of these 200 watt BougeRV panels that I've got here and showing you, and paired these together with something like the Bluetti like I've got, essentially 2 of these panels basically almost cost about the same as what one Bluetti panel would cost you. So just keep that in mind. You can save yourself a little bit of money, still have a really high quality panel. This panel is rated at 25% efficiency. And then, like I said, you could double the power into whatever unit you've got if it's capable of supporting that up to 400 watts. I think that's all I've got for you on this video. Hopefully this was good enough information for you guys to make a decision as to whether this 200 watt panel might be a right decision for you in your situation or not. Appreciate you guys taking the time to watch, and we'll catch you guys on the next video.